social media is about to be in fucking shambles, okay? We got Robert Hampton, a.k.a. Latruth, yes, and the wine seller.
Lyrical assassin.
Okay.
That's what the LA mean. You know?
All the way from South Florida.
The truth, but the LA is a double meaning. Lyrical assassin.
Okay, I didn't even know that. Okay. Now, you know I'm going to ask you to spit something, man. Sing something now.
Don't do me like that.
Come on. Nope. You here. You very serious about your music. It's passion. You gotta get a lady some R&B. You single now?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can do a little something, you feel me? I can do something.
So when you ready, just let me know, or maybe we'll
I'm trying to think of something now. I might start that out. Let me see what
you're working with.
Let me see, man. Let me think. Hold on, give me a second.
Do one of your songs.
One of mine?
Yeah.
I do Drop It Low. That's like, I guess that's one of my main joints.
Okay, cool.
Let me see you dance, girl. Drop it low, drop it low. Let me see you dance, girl. Drop it low, drop it to the flow, yeah. If you can dance, baby, I got cash. Let me see you dance, girl. Drop it low, drop it to the flow, yeah.
I'm about to drop it low.
Something like, man, you know.
Man, that was dope for real.
Appreciate
you
it.
sound like the track.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, like most people don't sound like the track these days.
Yeah, I don't need that auto-tune.
That's what's up. So listen, when you on your tour, I'm definitely going to be front row. Now, you got to do one of those venues where you had a table so we can have, like, you know, drinks and maybe some wings or something get delivered and you
some
sing.
Wings?
You know, something.
What kind
you know
of
what I'm
wings?
saying? I don't know. They could be Chipotle, barbecue or something.
Lemon pepper?
Yeah.
Garlic parm?
Yeah, just like how you do at the comedy shows. You know what I'm saying? You got to do venues like that.
I'm with
like
it.
how Floetry used to do theirs.
Yeah, I'm totally with it.
I love it. So true talent. Now, listen, we're here for a lot of things.
Yes.
Okay. So we're definitely here to talk about you beating cancer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
A very natural. You did it natural. You did it in an herbal way. Of course, with God's favor.
I feel like God handpicked everybody throughout this journey. So
yeah,
and I just had the faith
to
stick with them because, you know, sometimes we get directed to people and choose to go somewhere else. Yeah. But I just feel like God sent me to everybody I went to.
And listen, and when you ask too, he will.
Most definitely.
He will. So listen, I'm glad that you were able to receive that knowledge, and I'm glad that you're here to able to talk about that knowledge, because I try to so much with the viewers. Like I had a viewer hit me last night and she was like, they told me I'm terminal, and I'm just like, oh my God, can you please go raw or plant-based or something?
Juice.
You can slow it down, juicing. So we want to talk about that.
Yes.
Also, your book that you said it released today.
Yes. It released about 3 days ago.
3 days ago.
It's number one right now. It's number one seller.
I bet it is, because I can't wait to read it tonight. Like, how to consistently be great in bed.
Consistently, y'all. You know what I'm saying? How to be consistently great in bed, because some of y'all might have a good night and a bad night. So you need this book so you can be like that every night.
Is this for the men?
This is for everybody.
Okay.
This is for male and female. It's
Latruth's Pleasure Room. Okay. So I can't wait for you to briefly talk about this, and we're going to link this below so that they can get it. But I'm going to read it, and I'm I may have to do a little podcast on it. And then, I hate that we kind of hear like on some drama terms or whatever, but like a lot of drama about you on social media. You are probably one of the biggest black Facebookers out there. Yes. I mean, the family, the pranks, the skits, just all around, just vlogger, being yourself. Yes. You built a brand, met your wife, then your wife, you was able to help her to leverage a brand.
Right.
Unfortunately, you had a little temporary halt in your brand because, of some issues. But, it was really sad. I think a lot of people were shocked because of the dynamic that you and your wife put out, Brianna. Okay. And so, and to see her upload and say that she made all sorts of allegations, said that you abused her. Said that you were verbally abusive, you were mentally abusive, you're all sorts physically abusive. You came out, said, based on a video that she had uploaded of her finger, being, it looked like something she bought at CVS. I'm just saying personally, okay? Yeah. And I said that. I was just like, especially after she gave her version of events. Right. And she did reach out to me, her and which is your manager too, which was weird.
Yes, that's how I seen a video where you were speaking of it, and it was like, I haven't talked to my manager since that upload of that video. I've been calling her, had no contact at all. Never returned my calls, text messages, and everything. So when you spoke, it was like, wow, this is crazy. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, yeah.
So I really don't understand, because a lot of that stuff, it definitely came out of nowhere. Like the physical abuse stuff never happened. Obviously, I'm not that type of person.
Right.
So it's just, I don't know.
And if anybody asking why wasn't the police, look, the police was involved, but you obviously saw the call.
Right, seen the call. Everybody saw the call.
Yeah. So,
us as men, obviously, we operate on logic.
Yeah.
Women operate on emotions.
Yeah.
So that's what you seen was that. Like all the dramatics and stuff, it's an emotional situation.
Yeah. And this is your camera, by the way. So if you want to look direct and talk to the viewers, but we kind of like to do the fly on the wall where you and I have a conversation and they listen in and stuff like that. So, but no, I'm going to tell you to be looking at that camera and dress like and letting them know. So yeah. But it was just unfortunate because there are children involved between you and your wife. You had just moved into a new house.
Just moved in.
You just beat cancer, and now all these allegations are over your head, and every single blog is posting. And I remember my viewers, tagging me like, "Hey, you're gonna jump on this." So I believe one of my girls hit your wife in the DM. She responded, put us in contact with Sean, the manager. We've worked with Sean before, with Melody Holt and Marital and a few other artists. And so we already had that relationship. And when I got on the phone with Sean that's when everything was revealed to me, saying, hey, she's been abused and she's very delicate because it's a sensitive issue. Right. We want it done like the Jessica Reed story. I don't know if you saw the Jessica Reed story on my platform, but she is she came on my platform to tell her story about being violated by Charlemagne the God. And so it was very dramatic. And, they said that the reason they wanted to do it with me is because, and they wanted to jump on a call to tell me this, is because, they wanted to help leverage her brand on YouTube, which means move her followers from Facebook over to YouTube. Leverage,
like I said, that's why I said, just talking to my management, those are the words they use all the time.
Yeah.
And when you said it on the video, I was just like, wow. I mean, like I said, she never answered my call. To this day, I have not spoken to her. Wow. So it just seems like it was set up some type of way.
Yeah. And I mean, I kind of dialed back and I went back. I did like an impromptu live on my Bigo Live where I could go over there, just slide receipts and drag them for days by ponytails, It's not so professional. And I basically just pointed out, I went back and looked at the timeline and was like, okay, so all of this happened between you and her about 2 months ago. Right. She relaunched the YouTube 3 months ago. It wasn't hitting. So she was doing content. It was only getting like 8,000 views. And so there was a plan concocted. And I know for a fact, this is no allegedly, between her and her management team to start drama. That you were honestly the innocent casualty of war. Right. And basically that's where the allegations came in of you abusing Brianna, your wife, and always been abusive for the entire 6 years that y'all were together. And never. Of course.
Never physically, and every argument everybody has arguments. So when it comes to verbal, of course, if somebody's calling me out my name, I'm going to say something back. Okay. You feel me? So that's pretty much it. It ain't never been no physical stuff. Yeah. And anybody who's really watching, they can see that. My wife is she's dressed in bathing suits and she goes live every day. So if someone's being abused, they can't go live every day. They can't.
Like where the bruises?
Right, arms out, back out, everything. You can't do that type of stuff. Yeah.
Well, I do want to point out, before we really unwind everything, she came out and basically apologized to you. And she changed her story. She said that you no longer abused her physically. It was only emotional. Right. So you lied. So not only did you out her for lying about her being hit and abused and her finger being broken and stuff, and showing the behind the scenes of her calling the police, lying, saying that you, a black man, has a gun and you're following her. Like, she knows what would happen if police were to show up at that house. Right. You know, she yelling for her dad. Daddy don't even really show up, probably till later. But you spared her, and you tried to spare her for a long time. I most definitely
did. Like, I put my family first, and like I said, I love my wife, I love my kids, and
you still love them.
I do. I still do. Like, you're supposed to, when you get married, it's for better or for worse, sickness and health. It's a lot of things that go into that.
So you're an author?
Yes.
Philanthropist?
Yes.
Advocate?
Yes.
Fancy dancer? You got more rhythm than I got.
Oh.
Yes. So no rhythm, and I have a white girl ass. So we're here about your RICO case.
We defrauded the MBE. It's a construction fraud. It was the defrauding scheme for the La Meridian Hotel with the Latruth. The minority business enterprise is only given to people of color or of minority status to gain bids on maybe something that's being constructed.
You had things that you wanted to get off your heart.
Yes.
So that you've been holding in.
Yes.
And it happens to be with a longtime friend of yours.
Shantae and I met through my co-defendant, which happened to be her ex-boyfriend, which happened to be my boyfriend first.
Okay, so you dated the same man.
Even though she wants to deny it, she knows that her whole album is about him. All the lyrics, all the words. I was there, I was present, I listened to every track that was on Rise of the Phoenix.
Even though, like, you listened to the whole album, you've met her.
I was a part of the whole thing.
He was bold to take you around.
That wasn't really technically my man. You know, me and him were just kind of just still kicking it. He had me somewhat under some kind of spell.
Was it a dick spell? Was it good?
Oh, I love you. I love you. You know what? I love you. I would never do that to you. All right. If you got a choice between me and yourself, you're going to choose yourself. It's inevitable. You went to the feds. I'm thinking, this is my rider. I'm your ride or die. You're going to do that to me.
He done told on you.
Do it.
Now, where is he right now?
Well, he was incarcerated. He got 6 years on the indictment that we all got. It was 9 of us that got indicted. He got 6 years, and I got 39 months.
All right, winos, check out our Unwine with Tasha K store. We got sweatshirts that say, now I gotta go and I ain't got it. We got crop top, wine mug, water bottles. We got it all, okay? So be sure to hit that link below. Listen close and listen carefully. The olive leaf extract can reverse high blood pressure and diabetic high blood sugar, or the sugar as some of our grandmamas may call it. It can also kill any nasty little bugs in your bodies like parasites, bacteria, fungi, tumors, and much, much more. And if that's not enough, you can also tell certain cancers like breast, prostate, colon, liver, and skin cancer to take a seat, because the olive leaf extract has been known to fight it. And their friend lupus can get it too, okay? So I need my winos to be in good health, because we have some good dragging to do. So visit myoliveleaf.biz to help get your health in order.
But 6 years, can't be married to somebody for 6 years and not still have feelings. But it's a scary situation.
Yeah.
You know, with that, like I said, the cops definitely could have came in on some other stuff. I'm a black man. So the odds is just God. God's with me. And I feel like I'm protected at all costs. And just even with this situation here, it's like some of the stuff that was even talked about in the video of the incident, Melody's name was mentioned before. You've been in an interview, you had interviews with her before. Same manager.
Melody Holt.
Like, it's crazy when you really look at that. So it's like, the truth is always going to come to the light. And that's what I've been saying from day one.
I mean, in this case, it's kind of like, you know, when people get online and they start talking and you listen, and then they keep talking, and then you listen, and then they keep talking, and it's like they tell one lie to cover up another lie, to shield another lie. And before you know it, this whole elaborate story, then you done forgot what the original lie was.
Right.
And that's kind of what it was in your case. And so I want to start from the beginning, because, you know, you were receiving a lot of backlash too, because you spared her. Because you came out when the video came out and you said it was a prank.
Yes.
Because you guys have done pranks before.
And it happened right in Domestic Abuse Awareness Month. So as soon as that clip was posted, everybody was talking about it being Abuse Awareness Month. So I automatically was like, that's my way to save my family. Let me say Domestic Abuse Awareness Month. And she said it wasn't. So I honestly think that's the management's call.
Oh, it was strategic. Sean, listen, I have nothing against Sean. You know, I think Sean runs a very good business, right? As far as representing a lot of these reality stars and stuff like that. But for her to call me as a Black woman to say that they want to conjure up a plan to help leverage her brand on YouTube. And I'm thinking, but if she just got abused, why are we worried about building followers on YouTube?
Yeah,
and I'm just
shouldn't even be a thought of that.
And I spent about probably more time on the phone than I should have been with Sean, the manager, and just to hear that. And then when we offered to say, okay, well, let's bring her out here. You know, of course I'll fly her this way. You know, I was like, but are you going to take care? Because we didn't do what we, you know, normally sometimes we don't even pay for lodging. We'll meet people halfway depending on, you know, what the need is. But because they wanted our platform to help her to build a YouTube channel, I'm like, okay, well, you got to pay for the lodging. So we'll pay for the flights. And then that's when they came back and my assistant was saying, oh, they want Delta, they want this, they want that. I'm like, hold up. No, that's not what we agreed. Drop it. And Sean knows me because I've told Melody right there. And I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? She comes on here. She's an artist. She goes over to Dr. Heavenly's platform, spills whatever wine she want to spill, but she want to come over here and use me to sell a song and she can't sing. No.
So basically, they want you to pay them to come.
Right, it's doing me a favor.
Ruin a Black man's image.
Like it's doing me, like, what am I gonna, like, oh, we're gonna do you a favor. You're gonna be the first. Like, the first to do what? You realize I don't need her to do this story. I don't need her. I didn't, you know, no disrespect. I didn't even need you. I covered the story and you saw what I put out. Right. And that was that. So, like, and I didn't even intentionally, like, do that. I just saw that.
That's God, though.
Yeah.
That's God. That's God.
But I'm glad we got a chance to get here. Let's rewind it back, like, because obviously you guys were in a good space. You still love your wife, you know. We're not here to drag her all the way under the bed. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when you first met Brianna, like, what was the moment? Like, honestly, you know, no Facebook, no pranks, no nothing. Like, what did it for you? What attracted you to Brianna?
We met through a DM on Facebook. At the time, she was modeling. She said that the person she shot the video with wanted to reach out to me because at this time, I'm putting everybody on. I got the most traffic on social media and everything. I was the go-to guy to make people go viral. Okay. Just like WorldStar. If I post you, WorldStar gonna post you, and all the other big platforms is gonna post you. So she slid in the DMs. I didn't even see the message. You know, I went live a few times, and she was on the live stream trying to get my attention. Check your DMs. I finally saw it. Went to the DMs, checked her page. Thought she was beautiful. Okay. You know, looked at the photos and all that. We exchanged numbers. And her mother had just died recently before that. You know, I lost my mother at 5 years old. Mm-hmm. So at 5, I didn't deal with my mom passing. I was too young. I dealt with my mom passing through her mom passing. Her mom was a Gemini just like me. Everything she was saying about her mom was just like me. And it's like I let my guard down, got to know her. And we got married super fast. Like, we got married within 3 months. Okay.
So you think it was a trauma bond?
Most definitely. Like, we talk about this all the time. Like I say, I think my mother and your mother is up in heaven. I think they orchestrated this whole thing. And it's like, that's just my thought process around everything. So it definitely was a trauma bond. Okay. And the same way her mother took care of her and her kids, I took over that same role. Like, I wanted to make sure she was good. She wanted to get a little job or whatever, but I didn't feel like that worked for the dynamics of my family. And I wanted her to be in her kids' life all the time because I seen myself in those kids. Like, I didn't have a mother. So it's like, I want them to have a relationship with their mom.
So you told her she didn't have to work.
Right.
Okay.
So, you know, 4 years straight, you ain't got to work. I'm building the platform and giving her the tools you need to get a platform built and all that. And for the past year and a half, she's been really successful with it. Okay. So she's making some decent money. Most definitely.
Okay. And I see that her brand is surrounded around like women empowerment and self-help and things like that. So
self-love.
It's self-love. And so it kind of it hits hard when someone who's preaching about self-love and self and just being motivated and being you know, just focused on self and being this catapult for women to look at. When she comes out and says, this man
right
is not who y'all think he is. And I've been really putting on a front this entire time. He doesn't love me. He abuses me. He hits me. And it's like, whoa. So, it was trigger points, and it was done during Domestic Violence Month. So it was kind of used to strategize to really maximize the power of the message online. And you took a lot of...
Yeah, it hurts just to even hear those type of things being said. Just, knowing what type of person I am. Huge heart.
Yeah.
Took care of those kids like my own. And so it's a lot of things that was said that...
And then you're fighting for your life at the same time.
At the same time. Just went through cancer, and I am not even completely healed. So, and it says a lot about our world too, for everybody to just hear that and just believe that that's true without any type of evidence. And to watch everything that I've done all these years and to actually believe that. Right after battling cancer, like some of these people just prayed for me with cancer and then believe that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So you fell for her pretty hard, 3 months. I don't see anything getting married, or marrying somebody after 3 months. My husband and I married each other after 3 months. We've been together ever since. Like, it wasn't a trauma bond. I would say it was more lust than anything. You know what I'm saying? But we grew to love each other. Were we head over heels in love with each other when we met? No, I just think when you know, and it works. And we're here 17 years later, have never slept apart angry, have never gone to bed angry, have never been like abusive to one another. I think him and I, just kind of met at a good space, and we were just both ready to make that commitment. And so I don't really see anything wrong with marrying somebody quick, as long as it's done without any, I guess, not, I wouldn't say ill intention, but it's not done out of codependency or trauma. And I feel like it was more of a trauma bond with you and her.
Yeah. Definitely. That's definitely what made me take my guard down. Because, it's always been hard dating with what I do as an entertainer. Just being an entertainer, period, has always been kind of hard.
Why you say that?
Because women just seem to not trust a person who's an entertainer, rapper, singer, things like that. So I had a different approach. Like, with her, I told her everything, honest about everything. FaceTime. I was even FaceTiming when I was going places. Like, if I had to go to work, all right, I'm here now. I'm on FaceTime. I've never done this for nobody. Mm-hmm. So I do feel like some of that could cause a problem as well. And just to know about the gene and the cancer that I had, it hits you early. You have it years before you even know it, and which attacks even your masculinity. It causes you to be more like the way I was. So it was just, it's a good thing to try to earn that trust, but if you do that for years and the trust is still not there, it's just like, what's going on?
Break that down.
Like even with the phone incident,
Okay.
I let her, she had access to my phone. I had access to hers, but I don't go through phones. There's no point in that.
Yeah.
I trust. So, constantly wanting to go through the phone all the time, the DMs of women, it's business. Everything is business. So to see numbers being blocked and things like that. So I know it was very bad trust issues dealing with business. And she even spoke on some of the stuff about me going to work with people, and then she see girls in the videos and all of that. So you say you're going to work with this guy, and then it's girls in the video. Of course, I've always done skits with girls in the video. So I'm not going to work without that. It's the only way I'm going to do work. Yeah. So it was things like that, the simplest stuff that's considered as cheating or flirting to her. So that's what causes these type of emotions.
And all this while you know at this time that you have cancer, or you don't know?
Well, during cancer, I didn't know. Okay. I didn't know in the first 3 years of it. I had it, but didn't know. Because that's how it is. It's in your body already. Stomach cancer is not a fast-spreading cancer like a lot of people think it is. Yeah. So, like I said, it attacks your masculinity and everything. Okay.
So, you guys are building. You're taking care of her. You're saying stay home. Just be with the kids. I'll go out here and work. And at the same time, I'm going to help you to build your platform so that you can have a little bit more freedom over what it is that you do. Let's go ahead and address, because you had some things that you want to address and just kind of put on the table, because a lot of people are saying a lot of things based off of lies that you said that were told. Okay. So you already addressed you were not physically abusive at all for 6 years.
Never.
And she did. And I was trying to catch that post. Did you catch the post of her apologizing?
Yeah.
To you?
I mean, she actually has a video out there stating that I've never been physically abusive at all. And it's like people seem like they overlook that. They only want to believe the other narratives. But it's a video out there saying he was never physically abusive.
Okay.
The only incident that happened was the recent incident where she was trying to take my phone, the pepper spray, and the phone call, the cop call. That was it.
Yeah.
So, the tote incident, that's the only thing that she was talking about. She said that's the worst day of her life.
Okay. She said she made you famous and made your career.
Oh, wow. I had 6 million followers when I met her. She had 1,000. She had a couple of videos with some artists. She did modeling.
Okay.
So, I mean, I put her on the platform. I did skits with her every day.
Okay.
Pranks. All types of stuff every day. So I don't know where that came from.
Okay. She said you told her you were going to kill her and that you were going to kill your kids and then yourself.
Never said that in my life.
Even after you beat cancer?
Right. Go through cancer, juice fruits and vegetables. Do everything in my power to stay alive. And then do something like that. Which that's been uncovered that somebody else said that. Another source said that to her and said I said it. So
so it didn't come from you.
No, it never came from me.
She's just repeating hearsay.
Yeah, hearsay of what someone else said. And I'm
Don't tell me it was the manager now, please.
At this point, I'm clueless.
Okay.
At this point, I don't
I'm
know
like,
who
Sean, come on now.
I hope she wouldn't go that far, but I mean, we ain't even spoke, so it's like,
yeah,
it's crazy. But
yeah, she said she bought her own wedding ring. I don't see what the big deal is about that.
Yeah, it's not.
You want the ring you want, you go buy it.
Yeah, because I bought about 3 rings throughout the marriage, and the last marriage, the last ring that she got, it was a trade in on the ring I bought. So
she went to pick it up.
Yeah, she traded that one in, and I guess she put extra money with that. So that's what that's got to be what she's talking about on that. But that was her choice. I didn't say go do that.
So 3 rings in 6 years?
Yeah,
that's a lot. Oh Jesus, you created a monster.
Sparta, man.
Damn. Okay, so she said that she paid your bills and had to give you $7,000 to move into a new house after the separation because you had an eviction on your record and was broke. Oh, we got it out here. I'm just going.
That's laughable, brother.
Yeah.
Nah, man, that didn't happen, man. I'm not broke. I'm broke, y'all.
Okay.
I'm broke.
I'm like to say you going through a divorce now.
Broke.
You may want
to. I'm broke. Y'all go ahead. I don't even want to address that one. I'm broke, y'all.
Okay. She said you weren't a good father to her kids and that you only spent time with them on camera.
That hurt. I'm so cried out, like from the past 2 months, like grown man sitting around crying over all of this stuff, but that's definitely untrue. Like, I pretty much stopped being the entertainer that I was to make sure my family was good, doing skits with my family and all of that. So that's far from the truth. I'm at home just as much as she's at home. When I'm used to being on the road and being booked and doing so much other stuff. And then obviously cancer even caused me to be in the house even more. So that's definitely not true. I play ball with my kids. They all they want to be basketball players. They want to be rappers. They want to do everything it is that I do. Even my stepdaughter Lauren, she likes to rap and everything too. So it's like all of them following my footsteps. Okay. So that's very hurtful though. When I heard that, it was.
She said you were very controlling and kept her from doing what she wanted to do, and that she never wanted to be famous. Now, this, before you answer, I'm gonna interject here because this lady is live every day. I have a platform bigger than her, and I'm not live every day. She is live every day, even going back. Like, I went all the way back to kind of do a track.
More than me.
Damn, she live every day.
More than me.
It's not a day that she ain't live. So I'm like, how did you keep her from going live? Is she live every day?
Never. I'm not controlling at all. Like, I allow her to do whatever she want to do. Even things I might not like, still let her do it.
And you forced her to do content?
No.
And she sits in the car most of the time. And You know, I don't know, that right there. I was just like, I can't believe Brianna will open her mouth to say that. And anybody can clearly go on her page and look and see that she loves to do what she does. She's eating it up so much so that I believe she's basing her perception of you off of her comment section.
That's what I'll be honest. The comment section, the people who follow us, definitely changed everything about our marriage. Like her reading those comments, the things that they say. Because it's coming from people who are not in the entertainment business and they only focused on marriage and that's it. They only see me as a husband and a father. In their eyes, that's what they see. So they project everything onto that. If I post a video of a girl dancing to my music, it's my music. They in the comments saying things like, oh my God, I would divorce him. He's posting other women on his page dancing to music. Some of them don't even realize it's my songs. I don't post girls dancing to nothing but my music. So
like the TikTokers,
right?
So, yeah.
So as much as she sees these comments, these type of comments is like, wow, they actually making you. He actually doing this and disrespecting you. She's believing what they're saying. So
yeah,
I
can tell. Like she reads comments all day, and it's like I tell people, like as creators, you have to have a fine line between what you allow to come into your space. Because when you got hundreds of thousands or even millions of comments coming into your head, it makes you conflicted, confused, and then you start moving based off of all the information that you put in your head. It's like reading a book. Yeah. You're going to process that information and you're going to eventually act on it. So seeds are being planted, right? Without you even controlling it. And so I went back and looked at her page and I know for a fact that's what she was doing to you. So basically everything that everybody said about you and her, she took and projected that onto you. Yes. And told herself.
They definitely made that. They created all of that.
And this is why creators shouldn't fuck other creators. Yeah. Like, I was just saying that the other day, like, you can't have two people in the limelight.
That's a fact.
You cannot. So it just does not. Somebody got to hold down and be normal.
Yeah, because they tried it. They tried with me too. But I've been doing this too long. You know, they talk about her and her bikinis and stuff. Oh, man, he don't love her. He's letting her do this and that. And it's like, I wouldn't date a woman who's half naked on the internet. They do this to me too, and I see that stuff and keep scrolling. Like, man, go ahead with that. Yeah, that's what she want to do. She want to model her clothes, which is her swimsuits and all that. That's what she's gonna do. You can't make me feel how y'all feel.
Yeah, I just wish, like, you know, with creators, it's like you gotta protect something, and something. You know, it's like reality stars. Why you see a lot of the marriages dissolve on TV because they're taking in everything that everybody is saying and believing that shit, and they're not even in the relationship with the people. Yes. And it's like, and then it's like, oh, I gotta appease these followers because if not, they're gonna keep saying all this stuff, and then I eventually believe it, and then guess what? There's friction between me and my partner. And we didn't have this friction before we started this show. So it's like, or started doing videos together. So it's unfortunate that our family is not separated because of a lot of the opinions of others and people believe in them. And then
there's a lot of messy people out there that's what they want. Like they want to see you break up. So they say these different things. And as soon as you respond, it's going to continue to come after that. Because it's like, oh, they noticed this comment.
Told Brianna, listen, I was on Bigo the other day. I said, girl, let me tell you something. You got how many kids she got now? What, 3, 4?
She has 4 with mine.
4.
Yeah.
Okay. Men just don't wife up women with that many kids.
It's rare. It's definitely rare.
It's rare.
Very rare. Yes.
Jazz Anderson, you're here with your girlfriend Persuasion.
Yes.
How did y'all meet?
So we actually met at her Baddie's South premiere. I was gonna say the Baddie's South premiere. I saw her. We were at the strip club. They had an after party at the strip club, and she was there with the rest of the cast.
I manifested her.
She did manifest it.
When I heard her before I saw her.
Because I have a crazy laugh.
I heard this laugh, and I turned around and I seen this beautiful girl in front of me. I said, oh yeah, she gonna be my girlfriend. I said, this is my girlfriend. Yes, I was drunk out of my mind, but the next day, I knew what I was saying, and I pursued her.
She dropped her number in my DM, and we were stuck.
You're a rapper.
Yeah, so it was rapping. I went on to do the BT Cypher. I was on a show called Sign with Rick Ross. People saw me get eliminated. That was a big thing.
Oh, that's a part of it.
That's what I tell people. Then I came back the next couple years on the Cypher. People were like, yo, she back? Like, I see Ross out, Lenny out. It's all love.
Okay, so you're like the only child.
I was the only child for 13 years until my mom had another one.
Damn. Did you fuck Blueface? Now, when did you sit on his face?
Who she slept with wasn't a concern of mine because I have homegirls who have slept with him, so I can care about that.
Ooh.
Yes.
Why?
They wanted the exclusive and you got it.
Thank
I
you.
have
Yeah, she actually hasn't talked about it.
I've never
We
spoken.
flew in for this.
Tasha, cut it out.
And then Krishan wasn't the cleanest when it came to female hygiene and things like that. So what was it like living in the house with her and the other girl?
I had to listen to her story
Okay.
of why she's not up to par with being a lady.
Yeah, tell us about the triangle real
Go
quick.
ahead and tell her what you did.
Y'all on that? Y'all
Tell
know
her.
what?
Tell her the whole tea. Because if you don't
Another bottle in there.
Tasha's funny. So,
the baby is good. Don't worry about her.
I know she's good. In Houston, this was where my relationship was, which is why I've since moved. I got drunk one night.
They ain't finna come play daddy. They ain't finna, it just does not work like that. And so, like, for her to dissolve the family over, and it seemed like an insecurity going after your phone, that to me is like it has to be something deeper. I think she just wanted out because she wants to do this on her own, and she thinks that she can do this on her own, and they've told her that she deserves better.
They did, and the people in the comments, they do that too. Like the bigger she got, we would see that a lot. People say, "Oh, you can do better.
You can do this without him. You don't need him.
You don't need him."
And so she believed it, and it's like it's very, 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 very lonely out here, and it's not easy being a single mother to 4 children, and you've removed their father at a very critical time, because you need your kids need you. I'm sure that played a part in your healing as far as beating cancer, and now you gotta deal with this. And so I'm just like, Brianna, so you wanted us to believe that a cancer patient was beat your ass? He weak? I literally said that. Like, do you know how crazy you sound right now?
Yeah.
And even if he was being, like, let's say he was being emotionally abusive, the hospital, anybody will tell you, anybody dealing with cancer, that you need, the caregivers need grief counseling.
Yes.
Because this person is fighting for their life. So the emotions that you get ain't got nothing to do with you.
Right.
It's got everything to do with them internally battling what it is that they're battling. And so that's the hardest time. And that's why the people who have cancer and their caregivers both need therapy, just to keep everything together, and on top of being a mother and a father to 4 children. It's
serious. Like, it's even if you read up on total gastrectomy or just not having a stomach, your brain and all of that stuff, everything that handles emotions is tied into that. So even in situations like the audios where you might have heard us arguing, I can't even, like, I'm more emotional in those situations because I don't have a stomach. So it would cause me to actually lash out and cuss and things like that, which take a long time. Like, because
you're talking about like the signals that your brain sends to your stomach.
Yeah, the stomach like holds a lot of the emotions. It says, if you look that up, it'll tell you that.
I've heard of that before, and so it's the center part of your body, and it tells your brain when you're hungry or what you're craving, or you know what I'm saying. It works along with your smell and your sight and stuff, and it all kind of speaks to you.
And I have to take certain vitamins just to keep that straight, like magnesium. What else? I take magnesium, vitamin D3, B12 shots every week. The magnesium helps with what's the word?
Keeping you relaxed. I know.
Yeah, keeping you relaxed.
Muscles relaxed. Yeah. So.
It's the word anxiety.
Okay.
Magnesium is great for that.
Okay.
So you have to take it. If you don't take that stuff, it's gonna be bad for that.
Yeah.
But I take it every week.
Okay.
But like even with the audios that I heard, like when I heard the audios of me cussing and stuff, like it actually hurt my feelings to hear that. And in those moments, they not playing what was said before I got to that point. Cause like even the one clip where you heard me say, "Ain't no B gonna keep disrespecting me." If a person says ain't no B gonna keep disrespecting, but you don't get to hear all of the audio before that. So that's the reason why a lot of those people were fooled by everything about me.
And let's just say you well within your right to say that, because like you are fighting for your life at this point and have gone through one of the biggest battles there is on the earth, which is trying to beat cancer, which a lot of people do not do, okay? And you got problems in your household over what? What is bigger than you fighting for your life?
Nothing.
Like I know people probably gonna get irritated because women are just that easily triggered and that sensitive, and that's why a lot of women don't make it or don't have partners or don't understand what longevity is or going through different motions and stuff. Let's just say hypothetically, you say ain't no bitch gonna keep disrespecting me. I'm looking at you now when you pick up your glass, like you shake.
Yeah.
You're shaking. Mm-hmm. That's a part of you not having a stomach and probably like
nerves and everything because of that without having a stomach. So
like who can live without a stomach? Like I mean like who can truly live without a stomach, let alone I'm sure you're in remission, but where are you in your cancer battle?
I'm cancer free, but I have another doctor's appointment coming up in a few days, so and I haven't been since the surgery.
And you nervous about it?
A little nervous, but I feel good. Like I feel very healthy. But
okay,
it's definitely some nervous because there's been a lot of stress going on, especially over the past 2 months. So it's very stressful.
Okay, so are they trying to see if maybe it could have spread or something like that? They're trying to make sure that it hasn't spread.
Yeah, they're just gonna make sure it's still, because they basically said on this one, if it's no cancer, they know I'm good. I ain't got to worry about it, because when they removed my stomach, they said it was no cancer cells and none of the other lymph nodes and stuff. They said no cancer was there. So it looked good with everything I did with juicing, fruits and vegetables and herbs and working out. So it seemed like I stopped that. So once the stomach is took out, from what they saying, I'm cancer free. So I'll know on this next doctor visit.
Okay. And this is a cancer that runs in your family, like your mom. Mm-hmm. And you said you had another family member that died.
Yeah, my mother, she died from stomach cancer. And my sister died from stomach cancer. And she alerted, us before she died. So it's like, without my sister's testimony, probably wouldn't even be here. Like me, my sister, my brother, we all had our stomachs removed. 2 of my nieces, some more of my family members had their stomachs removed as well from the same. Yes, CDH1. And a lot of people are not aware of this, but it's more white people that's done this that's still alive. A lot of black people get stomach cancer and they die. They're not even aware. So it's like, I went my hardest during that journey, went live every day, showing me juicing fruits and vegetables, showing my herbs, showing me working out, all of this because I wanted to wake the world up. Like, my purpose is way higher than everybody even know. I know what God put me here to do. So it's like, I'm trying to save lives all over.
What was the relationship between you and Brianna like when you first got diagnosed with cancer?
I could tell she was definitely sad when she found that I had cancer. She definitely went public because I was going to try to do it in private.
Damn.
But her going public helped.
Really?
Yes. Because I was actually afraid, like, all the cancer stories that I've heard about, people die. Where I'm from, when you get stomach cancer, you die. When she went public, I got so many testimonies. I was already fighting. But when I seen these testimonies, it made it even easier for me. It was just, oh yeah, so-and-so had stomach cancer, they survived. This person survived from stomach cancer. This person survived. I'm over here like, wow, it's a lot of people surviving from stomach cancer. Wow. So her going public and doing that, that's a big thank you to her for that. But I started juicing my fruits and vegetables every day out the week, going and buying my fruits and vegetables, getting up, going to the gym every day. So we actually saw less of each other in that moment because I was working out every day. I was at the gym 7 days a week. But her posting that was very big in that situation.
You think that you're getting emotional talking about it?
Yeah. I really put that work in.
Yeah. How was your relationship during your cancer battle? Did she help you through some of your darkest moments? Was she there for you mentally, spiritually?
It's crazy because, like, during this battle, it wasn't really dark moments for me.
Okay.
I was excited, smiling, losing weight, being very happy about it. So, like, a lot of people watched me through the cancer battle. They felt like, wow, looks like it's easy. So I was probably, like, the most confident that I've been in a long time because, for one, I'm getting healthy. When I first started the cancer battle, I could barely breathe, and because I was overweight. I was obese. You know, they say 5'11", over 240 pounds, that's obese. So I was not breathing right. I was tired all the time, laying around, didn't want to do nothing. So as soon as I got diagnosed with cancer, I started working out, juicing. Energy came back, breathing better. You know, I'm playing basketball every day. I went from feeling my age to feeling 17, 18 years old. Like even right now, I feel like I'm 18 years old. So during that battle, I was more probably happier than ever.
Wow. God is good. He is really good. And that's you know, despite everything that's been said about you online by her, for you to just acknowledge like her role in helping you to publicize this, because you know, black men, y'all don't go to the doctor. 2, and then let alone you don't want people in your business.
Right.
And
yeah,
so,
I didn't really want the attention. It's like, you know, a lot of times we don't really want all of that attention behind it. But
yeah,
had she not did that, I wouldn't have got the information I need, because her posting that, it caused Yaki Awakens to reach out to me. Okay. Because he felt like doing it the herbalistic way was the best. And
I'm going to get him in the studio. Everybody keeps talking about this guy. Everybody. Yaki Awakening.
Genius, man. Genius. Yes, because like when I went to the surgeon, and all of this is documented, like when the surgeon is on there telling me you have stage 1, they call it at an early stage. He's telling me what he's going to have to do to take the cancer out. I'm like, there's no other option. It's like, nah, we got to remove your complete stomach. And he's explaining what he has to do. Connect the esophagus to the small intestine, and that the food is going to go straight to the intestines. So I'm asking questions, and he brings up a couple of things about the body, but he can't tell me certain stuff. So I said, when you remove the lymph nodes, what are they for? Oh, they don't do anything, you know. He didn't really give me the detail on it. So then once Yaki reached out to me, I'm on the phone with him, and he's explaining every body part. It's a black guy with dreads, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, people like to stereotype stuff like that.
No, shoot, black people are some of the healthiest ever.
Yeah.
No, I would never. So,
but to hear him talking about the body like a scientist, like I'm on the phone, I'm convinced. Like, I was like, yeah, so they gonna remove the lymph nodes. Or I said, what's that for?
Speaking to the mic, because we need to hear your voice.
I said, what are you gonna do? What does the lymph nodes do?
Okay.
And he basically was like, it takes the toxins out your body. It's good, like immune system things and stuff like that. It is a part of your immune system, yeah. Yeah, so just to hear that, it was just like, wow. For him to tell me all these different things. And then he told me how to start juicing. And he gave me the herbs that I needed. And I took the herbs every day. And I felt better than ever. Skin cleared up. Everything about me just changed. So that's definitely a brother everybody needs to get at.
We're definitely going to get him in the studio, and I'm going to make it happen. So I love hearing stories like that. And I would love it if anybody else too has been under his care, or who has beat cancer using herbs and things with the help of, you know, the medical system, because, you know, they can only do so much. You know, my aunt would be in the hospital with heart disease and diabetes, and you see the tray of food they was wheeling her out. She got fried chicken, a brownie, green beans, cornbread, and an apple juice. And I'm like, and I think back on that, like they was killing her with the food.
Yeah, that's most definitely. It's the food that's killing everybody. Like, you got it, and then you definitely want to go out and do. It's a food sensitivity test. Everlywell food sensitivity test. Google that. Okay. Get that test. It's gonna tell you every food is toxic for your body. I found out chicken and eggs, they are the top of my list. I used to eat chicken and eggs every day.
Oh wow!
Like I used to have eggs for breakfast every day. Wow. Or whatever I was eating, chicken all the time. So I used to eat all of that stuff, and that's the most toxic stuff on my list. So I feel like that's definitely some of the things that help cause stomach cancer as well.
My daughter recently went plant-based vegan because she was picking up a lot of weight and acne and stuff. And I noticed she used to fuck up wings all the time. And I'd be like, Tantu, come on now, we can't do this. And so she finally listened to me. I said, let's do a challenge, 6 weeks. Okay, no chicken, no this, no that. And she's on month 3. And she's like, Mama, I'm not putting that stuff back in my diet. Her skin cleared up. She dropped 20 pounds. She's tiny, and she Cause she was like, "Mommy, people are saying I look older. Like they say I look 24, and now she look 14.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That weight loss it's incredible, man.
Yeah, and of course, us moving, and kids don't get to move like they used to. So we got her in martial arts now, and she's working out, but she's really just changed, and there's nothing she don't listen to. When I tell her, okay, take this herb or take this vitamin, she's like, Mom, I see what you're talking about. It works, like, yeah, I feel better, so I'm glad that you shared that. And I do, like I said, I do want to have him on just to kind of educate our viewers who are in similar positions like yours. But unfortunately, you're not only is your physical life kind of on the up and kind of down a little bit, because at the end of the day, even though you're doing all this, it's still in the back of your mind that I have cancer, and then your family's kind of falling apart. When did it start to get bad, like between you and Brianna?
I mean, we had our moments before, like just with the insecurities and the trust issues, so the phone situation and all that. So we've even went live for years ago, like talking about the phone thing. Like, 'cause sometimes we have a debate with our followers. And, a lot of women say, I don't go through my man's phone. I'm like, look, you see all these women right here who actually trust their husband? And, I mean, she would say it on the lives, like, well, I don't care. I'm going to always go through your phone. I'm just like, you can't just trust me. You don't have to do all that. You went through it 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times, and you ain't never seen nothing in there, so it ain't going to change. You only going to see business stuff, that's it. So.
And so this fight was just over just the phone.
That's all it was.
That's all it was.
Yeah. And like I said, when she stated it, she told exactly what happened in the video, what the conversation was about and all that. I asked for love and affection. I had said probably weeks before that, I wish you could just love me unconditionally the same way a mother would. Because I watch how she is with her kids. Like, the kids make mistakes. The kids done broke TVs, knocked them off the wall, and that's unconditional. Like, I see it, no matter what the kids do, it's unconditional. But if it's me, if you think I'm making a mistake, it's not. It's a condition on it. So she didn't understand what I was meaning by unconditional love.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of low of her, and this is what made me drag her too, because I was like, when a man asking you, you talking about, I can't be your mother, and I thought that was really low of her to say, like, your mom is dead, and she gets on live, and he wants me to love him like his mother loved him, or like how I love my kids, and I can't be that. And I'm like, girl, are you serious? Do you listen to yourself? This man wants you to fuck him. He wants you to fuck on him. You can't give him the same love that you give the kids, because you're not fucking your kids.
Right.
So what are you saying? And then for her to throw your mom who's passed out there saying, well, I can't be her.
Right.
And I'm just like, are you listening to yourself?
Right.
So, I mean, I hated to go hard on her like that, but I said, somebody got to tell her. Yeah,
it's just understanding. Like, you would think people would understand that. Obviously, I don't mean it like be my mom or nothing.
Yeah. So, and listen, there's this thing. When I got pregnant, right, I'm going to have 2 kids with my husband, but, my son, having a son and having a daughter is very different. Like, I breastfed my daughter for a year. She was done. She didn't want it no more. My son, I just pulled him off the breast in September of this year. He's 3.
Yeah.
And him and Dad used to go at it. Like, like, that's my wife, man. What are you doing? My son would be like, get away. Like, it was, They were very territorial. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it was like real cute, because I'm just like, well, shit, he really thinks that I belong. Like, I belong to him, and he doesn't understand there's a different type of love.
Right.
And so, Dad, Sheck would have to come in. My husband would be like, listen, your mom is my turn. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my son would be like, fuck out of here.
Get off, man. Stop trying to get me.
Exactly. So Dad would put his hands on me. He'll push him off. It was just so
That's
cool.
Funny,
like,
right there.
No, there's no way you could give the same type of love. So I do understand what you're saying, unconditional. Like, why does it have to have conditions on it? Why do I have to either provide for you or do all these things just to get you to love me?
Right.
Why can't you just love me just unconditionally, whether we have money or we don't, or whether, you know what I'm saying, I do something and it's not right, why can you not fuss all the damn time? You know what I'm saying? So I totally understand
peace of mind, that's it. Like, when you get to this age, it's just, you just want peace.
Yeah.
Y'all still can have babies?
Me and my husband?
Yeah. That book.
We ain't trying to have babies though. Here's the thing. Okay, so
book, that's
I can have babies. I can have babies. We got him neutered.
Okay,
Yeah. But so yeah, I ain't trying to have all them damn children like you and Brianna.
I did a vasectomy too.
You did a vasectomy too. So let's get on this book. How to consistently be great in bed. When did you find the time to write this book?
In the past 4 months, off and on. It's not too long, but
No, it looks like an easy read. Like
I had to do that because a lot of people can't see like that.
Yeah.
I didn't want people having to strain their eyes, so
Let me read this first couple pages.
Read which one is it? Let me see.
It's an introduction.
Yeah, read that. That's it. Cause that's what I was gonna say.
How to consistently be great in bed. Okay, I think it is sad that some females have lived their entire lives and have kids without ever having an orgasm. Preach.
Mm-hmm.
You have been deprived of not being able to have experienced the highest level of arousal or physical pleasure. Blame you and your man for that.
Yeah.
Ironically, whoever thinks they are great in bed most of the time is not.
Is not.
Just had this conversation.
Talking a lot of good game though.
Just had this conversation with one of my girlfriends the other day because she about to divorce her man because she's like, he's not good in bed. I'm like, what did you show him? And she's like, no. Well, how the hell are you supposed to know?
Tell her to get the book. Yeah. Tell him to get the book.
I got it. Don't worry about it. I'm giving this out as a gift for Christmas. But you don't tell him or her that because you don't want to hurt their feelings. A must read explaining the real reasons why people don't consistently have great sex. To consistently have great sex, there are a few things you must know first. Stimulating her mind makes it easier to stimulate her body, and what works on one may not work on another. I see why Brianna was going through your goddamn phone. We all have the same erroneous zones or hot spots, but some respond more to stimuli than others depending on the person. Foreplay and exploration are needed to determine what gets your mate going the most. You must be able to read one's responses, body movement, and sounds, or just be told to know what feels best. So I'm not going to read no more because they got to get the book. Okay?
You got to get the book, man. It's a lot of juicy details in there.
An average number of thrusts is 200. Oh, Lord Jesus. Lord. I'm gonna be reading this. My daughter gonna be like, Mom, what the hell are you I take my tongue down to the nape of her neck.
Does
Brianna know what's in these streets?
I'm thinking about coming up with the audio book too, so they're gonna get to hear.
Well, I can hear it, like, because you got a nice radio voice, so I can see that being. I
might sing a little bit in there too. You never know.
You should do that. You should do that. No, but Brianna, does she know what's out here in these streets? Listen. Girl, listen, I do want to ask you this, okay? Because I know it's been a rough road for y'all, okay? And at the end of the day, y'all are still family. If Brianna wanted to come home, could she come home? Well, they call you the Queen of Broward.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it safe to call you were a stud?
I was.
You were high yellow. They bullied you.
Yeah.
A lot of light-skinned people don't talk about that.
They think that we got it all like good. We light-skinned and we just got everything good. Like, nah, hell nah. I used to get bullied and shit. And it's just crazy how I hadn't already started working with females and I was like 19, 20. Before I even knew that my dad was an actual pimp in Chicago, I was already, semi doing that here.
So you got into pimping because it was in your blood.
That's what.
And you had no idea.
I had no idea.
So as a stud, you had females working for you.
Okay, you want to know before I get into that? You want to know some tea?
Yes.
I was talking to Shaq recently.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. So let me see these DMs, child.
I respect a real nigga that could be like, yeah, I'm flying, I'm taking this bitch to Cancun real quick. I'll be back for you when I get a Davy, and I'll be like, all right, daddy.
He says, I'm waiting. Show me where you want me to come when I see you. Oh, the white. Goddamn. The white. Bitch, she got all the receipts. Oh, shot.
What you mean? Come on.
Would you
we
take her
have two
back?
Different houses.
Would you take her back? Would you work things out? And y'all put some boundaries in place to protect your relationship for you, for her, and for your children. There has to be boundaries in place.
It would definitely have to be boundaries, but that's one of those things they have to work towards.
So that's a yes?
No, that's one of those things that would have to work. Like, we're separated, so the separation could be a year, 2 years, whatever, but that's something that would have to work.
So date again.
Yeah, it would have to. That's the only way that something like that could ever happen, because you would have to see if everything has changed. You couldn't just jump right into trying to work on something like that.
I ain't saying jump right into it, but definitely I believe, because you guys are already married, you're still married, you have the children, you own the house, right? So one house can be let go. Because right now, the income is being split 2 ways. That's crazy, you know? And y'all got 4 children, y'all gonna be sending to college. The shit gonna get expensive. You understand? So, like, I'm all for advocating for Black families, and I'm all for holding people accountable. And Brianna, I've held her accountable. And I feel that, you know, her apologizing was a big step.
That was.
That was a huge step. But I do think if there's gonna be some reconciliation, the public cannot be involved when it gets to that point.
That's a fact.
No, making y'all keep your videos to what she does, what you do. Don't be in each other's videos. Don't make videos together. Protect your family.
That's it.
Because the viewers are not gonna protect your family.
No, not. Most definitely not.
Okay.
I need to talk to this manager that I haven't heard from in a long time and figure out what's going on.
Sean need to just mind her business and just leverage contracts. She ain't got no business in nobody's motherfucking marriage. Is she married?
I'm not sure.
Exactly. So listen, the fact that you don't know that means that she's not. So, and given her track record, Melody Holt and Marital Holt and a lot of people that she manages, so she's used to dealing with couples who are separated. This is not anything to you know, kind of parade around or be proud of, all right? At the end of the day, without social media, y'all are still a family.
Yes.
Okay? And the fact that you man enough to say, you know what, you still love her, don't you?
Yeah.
You still love her. But I get it, but you ain't finna beg her. Like,
nah.
Yeah. What do you want to say to Brianna? And if you say it, say it. Look at that camera.
Just always do right by everybody, no matter what. And I just feel like that's the main thing. Like, we've been talking about that a lot. Always do the right thing. Don't let nobody influence you to ever do the wrong thing. Family first at all times. And just want to apologize definitely to the kids for even being in the middle of all this, because that's the main thing right there. Like, kids seeing this type of stuff. We don't need them to be that way at all, or think that any of this is cool, because it's never cool. That's pretty much it, man.
You want to
definitely
apologize
wish you the best on everything, and I've already did a apology publicly, privately, and all that, but I definitely apologize for ever hurting your feelings, because I know where all of this stuff comes from. It's just feelings being hurt. That's it.
That's dope. That's step one. Let's get this Black family back together. And Brianna, let me tell you something. Followers will never protect your peace. They are there for one thing only. You're allowing them to look in and have a snapshot of your life, but your marital problem should never be up for debate on the internet.
Never.
Now, this interview could have went a whole nother way, but because I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a friend, you will never, ever see me, regardless of what has happened, out my husband on social media, and that will affect my children, which means outing my children. You got to be woman enough to say, there are lines to this. Now, he's willing to work everything out. You want to be out here in these streets? Hey. Right. These streets don't love nobody. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I just feel that there's something that is still there. I can definitely feel it inside of you. And hopefully she does hear this message. But from woman to woman, I'm going to hold you accountable. And if you guys do decide to work things out, as the man, the head of your household, you control what goes out on social media.
What's that?
You said, if you got to set fucking, listen, what we talk about, that's nobody's business. Just keep it out. Facts. There's so much other content that can be made without your personal business, because nobody's going to protect that but y'all. Nobody gets to speak ill of that. Because it's like, once you invite them in, yeah, they can say whatever the fuck they want to say. They can say what
they want to say.
But when you close that door, yeah, they're still going to talk. But as long as she's not reading comments and you're not reading comments, there's nothing that can penetrate and plant seeds.
That's it. That's facts.
So, and you're talking to somebody that's doing it. So I'm a content creator. My life is all over the social media, but you will never catch Mr. Kebby out there. You see a picture, okay? And it's not, my husband's not in the limelight, but like, could we easily make it so he's in the limelight? Yes. But we understand we have something that's way more valuable that we have to protect.
That. Definitely protect that. Yeah. Like, after going through all of this, I definitely agree 100%.
Yeah. And getting on social media, girl, with your kids in the car and you dragging a father, no ma'am, no fucking ma'am. You don't do that. You don't ever do that.
Never.
Never. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. You was wrong for that. But guess what? You can always change that. Because what you say about this man, your kids will grow up to believe. And you're not doing anything but destroying future relationships. That just because you're mad in the moment, like, you got to think about that. Kids are hearing everything.
They hear everything, and they believe what's being said, especially if they don't see anything. Just like the incident where they was talking about us being in a room arguing and the kids trying to get in. The kids should never be in that type of business. Right. You know what I'm saying? And never yell for the kids or anything in those situations. Especially when nothing's going on. Exactly. Just because you're emotional and you don't want to talk these situations through. So the kids should never know any of that, because it plays a part on them. And to all the men around the world who's been falsely accused of physical abuse like that, you got to start speaking up. And in these situations, when you see another brother, another king going through that, voice your opinion. Don't be afraid to not say that, because you scared you ain't going to get some pussy. We already know what it is. You value the woman's opinion so much. You've been through this, but you don't want to step up and help protect another black man in this situation, because you're worried about the woman that's gonna say, "Ooh, you supporting an abuser," and they don't even know they don't even know the facts. They just saying you're abuser because the woman said it. So we got to be able to change this for the culture, change it for the world. It's a lot of black men sitting behind those bars all the time for false allegations. We got to care more than that. And to the women around the world, you got to protect the kings just like the kings got to protect the queens. Because without the kings in the household, what's gonna happen? When them folks want to come in the house and attack y'all and the king is locked up, what y'all think gonna happen? King got to be out here. Who gonna protect y'all? Period. Fellas, we got to step up in these situations. There's too much of this going on. I seen a young girl talking about this on TikTok the other day. She couldn't have been no more than like 18. And it was very similar. She was on there talking about her boyfriend, calling him an abuser and all type of stuff, like throwing him under the bus. And this is something that the kids is gonna do. If they see this and think it's cool, they're going to do the same thing. Y'all sharing this type of content. People are getting followers off this type of content. So these kids think it's cool. It's not. Men, step up. Your voice matters, man. You got to talk about this stuff, man. You can't just call somebody say you that, just stand on it, let it happen. Somebody can pull a gun out right now and put it to my head and say, "Are you an abuser?" And if I say no, they supposed to be going to kill me. I die behind that. Because I never take accountability for something that I never did in my life. I won't do that. I wasn't raised that way. So a lot of people want me to say that. It's never going to happen because I'm not an abuser.
Well, listen, I appreciate you coming down. You didn't have to do this interview. I'm glad that you did. You're not running from your issues or your problems. You're taking accountability. And let's just hope that, I know she's emotional right now. But one day when everything settles, I hope that you two could work it out. Even if you don't get back together, being able to co-parent healthy for the children and not bashing one another and posting your business on social media. Some things gotta be protected.
Yeah. And I got another baby mama. I gotta speak on that. I have an older daughter.
I was gonna ask you about that.
I have an older daughter that just turned 15 yesterday. This woman has been holding a grudge for 15 years because I won't be with her. Creating lies, all type of lies. telling my daughter lies about me. It's got to stop, man. You're trying to hurt me and you don't realize you're hurting your own child. It's a lot of women out here who do this stuff right here. You hurting your own kid, trying to hurt the man. That's got to stop. Like all over the world, any woman that's doing that to a man, you got to stop doing that. It makes no sense. You're going to hurt your own child because you want to hurt the dude, because he don't want to be with you. Makes no sense.
My thing is, like, with your first baby mama, I'm like, how old is the child? Then I found out the child was 15. I was like, what the fuck are you doing on the internet? Y'all ain't been together in how long?
Over 50. We broke up while she was pregnant with my daughter.
You was like, why the fuck are you on the internet talking about you? Listen, my thing is like, you supposed to be in another.
Look. I mean, I hate to revert back to it, but let it go.
Listen, she should have been somewhere in another relationship and not out here on the internet speaking on somebody else's relationship. Only for your wife to come out and say, not only, she didn't even have to come out and say, it was kind of like she was forced to come out and say she lied because of the video that you had that proved that she lied. So it was only right to do the right thing.
Right.
But the other baby mom, I'm like, where the fuck did you come from?
Seen the opportunity. When she seen that being said, she jumped on there and tried to say the same thing to get some clout. She's been trying to get clout for years. Nobody paid it no attention. So in that moment, she's like, ooh, this is it. Bingo.
He said it was the consistently great in bed. Jesus. Listen.
Bingo. She's like, bingo. And she's still doing the same thing. She has.
How close are you with your daughter?
My oldest daughter.
Yeah.
We was very close until basically this incident happened.
Oh, wow.
Did you see the video of her going live?
Your daughter?
Yes.
No.
She went live because she
the curly hair.
Yes.
She real chocolate.
Yes.
Look like my baby. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She went live talking about a spanking that she got when she moved in with me, and I gotta explain this because I never really broke it down. She comes home from school. It was on a weekend, and she wanted to go hang out with one of her friends. She said that her mother is out of town, but her 20-year-old sister is in town, and we want to go to the mall. She's gonna take me and my girlfriend to the mall. I said, nah. She just moved to Georgia, and I'm like, nah. Sex trafficking is very major here. You're not going to the mall. I don't know these people. I don't know this 20-year-old girl that's coming to pick you up. Nah. And never seen my daughter like this at all. She's always been princess around me. And she says, you just
15?
14 at the time. She says, you just don't fucking trust me.
Oh.
I said, what? Then she goes down the hall. So I go down the hall with her. I say, hey, I tell you what, I'll take you to the mall. And you want to sit with your girl and eat? We'll sit in the food court. I'll let you sit with your girl in the food court and eat and everything. Then I'll buy you something after that at the mall. She said, Dad, you just don't fucking again. And now she's on the phone with her mom. So her mom is on the phone. She's like, what's going on? What's going on? I said, she want to go to the mall, and I'm telling her no because she's not at that small town where she used to live at.
Right.
I don't know what you allowed her to do. That was a trigger. As soon as I said, I don't know what you allowed her to do there, she starts cussing me out. So it gave my daughter more power to think that she could do it again. So she cussed me out again. Then she told me I wasn't a dad. So I got a belt, gave her a whooping. That's why she was on the internet doing that. Her first whooping ever, and won't speak to me now because of that. And then this all happened right around these allegations. So because of the allegations come out, now she believes that because she got a whooping. I'm her father. She disrespected me, hit me with a microphone when she was getting a whooping. And now the world is even attached to that too. So they got that plus the accusations between the two women, all of that together. So that's what happened.
I would have whooped your ass, little girl.
Everybody would have. And
it wouldn't have been no belt. I would have fucked you up, dog. You better ask Ton too.
That is the difference.
I got a 15-year-old Asian black mama watching this. Look, the gentle parenting, the shit's out the window. You
see what I'm saying? So think about this. Think about this. This is 2022.
When you said that, like my eye, did you see my eyes?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, and this is 2022.
You want to call them folks? Child, I would have beat your ass and called them folks for you.
But think about this, though. I'm being ridiculed for giving my child a whooping.
Yeah.
Kids are shooting up schools. You can't even give your child a whooping in 2022 without being ridiculed, and you are the father.
I whoop my child. I whoops her ass.
I think
I take care. I tell my daughter, listen, you choose your bed. You want group home or you want your home? Which one?
And her mom is like you. Yeah. Like you just said, you wouldn't have used the belt. You probably use hands or something.
Oh man, listen. Before she knew it, her ass would have been in a chokehold.
You see what I'm saying?
Listen. It's just certain things because these kids, they will try you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm your, listen, I take care of you. The state don't take care of you.
Right.
Every fucking dime that's in this house, I don't abuse you. I don't verbally abuse you. I don't call you out your name. But you not finna tell me how to parent you.
And I've never even cussed my child. I've never said, sit your ass down, or you just don't fucking nut.
Sit your ass down. I got a straight A student that says, yes, ma'am. Kids ain't got no respect these days. No. And my dad, to this day, my dad is what? 55. He will tell me I'm 40. Sit your ass down and shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I heard growing up. That's what I heard growing up.
Yes, sir. Look, I still be like, yes, sir. Now, my mama, I got some little lip for her. Who you talking to? I'm a grown. And I be like, I was just shut the fuck up.
I said that the other day, too. My dad is 64 years old. I could be sitting somewhere talking, and let's say I'm cussing or something. Yeah. And he come in there and tell me, shut the fuck up. Yeah. I'm shutting up.
Yeah. That's your dad.
That's my dad. So it's like, it's a respect. You gotta respect your parents.
These kids don't know abuse these days.
No.
They do not know abuse. And so an ass whooping is not abuse. That's love.
That's love.
Okay. That is pure T love. And, I think I did see the video, but I don't watch children on fucking line. So,
and that's another thing.
I don't watch fucking kids on live.
The fact that your kids can take a phone and go live and talk about what happened in the house is crazy.
You gonna fuck up my check, your child support check that your mama getting every month for your ass. She's a beautiful girl.
Yes.
I saw your daughter.
She can sing like, I taught her how to sing at 3 years old. This is another thing too. I had on camera singing her whole life. Her mom says, these moments are not real for him. He's posting you on social media for money. I've never made a dime off my daughter on my social media platforms.
But
I made her a page
online all the time.
All the time. I'm for her future, just trying to get her in the best position possible. Made her a Facebook page. She goes online and says, that's not her page. Of course it ain't. I made a page for her. All the kids have pages that we made for them. So it's like, they just doing too much on social media. Everything they're doing is just too much. Like,
well, listen, I apologize. I stand with you. I'm a black woman. I'm a mother. I'm a friend. I'm a sister. And I just think this shit is just getting out of control. And when I saw Brianna lie the way that she did, and she used trigger words to get people to believe it, only to take her ass on social media just yesterday to apologize for lying after the video showed that she was lying. Yeah, we gotta do better. And I just want to tell her, just take your ass home, Brianna. Just take your ass home. Just get your shit and just take your ass home. Because you think you could do it alone, you cannot do it alone. You cannot do it alone. So you think these followers gonna be there? No, they're not. You saw how quickly they changed on you as soon as they found out you were lying. So I hate that you had to go through that and that you're still going through that. And I really do hope that, you and your family can come back together, because ultimately we don't need another black family being a statistic, because that's what they want.
No, it's just how quick they run with negativity, and there's so much positive stuff that we put out. And,
Can you sign us off with a song?
You want me to sing something?
Yeah.
I gotta think.
Yeah.
Give me something like
Tyrese. I want you to sing something to Brianna. Love. Sing Love by Music Soul Child.
I'd rather do something different.
Okay. And you look at that camera, you sing to her.
What's the This is the song I'm working on. I hadn't put it out yet, so it goes.
And it's dedicated to who?
To the world.
It's dedicated to Marital.
Go buy the music, man. Okay. I Hate You More. I'm streaming on all platforms. When I Get Home, on all platforms.
And your book?
My book is on Amazon. How to Consistently Be Great in Bed.
Okay.
Follow me on Facebook. You know, my page of 8.9 million followers is gone right now. I'm working on trying to get that back, you know. So just search Robert Hampton, blue check, it'll pop up. At Mr. Latruth Official, Instagram _Latruth, YouTube at Latruth, TikTok at Latruth, 2.2 million on TikTok. So, well, it goes. Stay with me, my baby, for a little while. Stay with me, my baby. You can spend the night with me, yeah. Something light, man. I ain't warmed up.
That
yet.
was nice.
I'm trying to think of a
I ain't gonna give us another one. Oh shit!
I need some.
I like little private concerts now. Let me see. I love some R&B now. Tyrese is one of your favorite artists?
People say, I mean, you know, the raspiness. You know,
Okay.
Life Jennings.
Yeah.
Tyrese.
Okay.
It's a song I was trying to sing the other day by Tyrese.
What we got? Let me see.
I can't think of the song though.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's how that song go though.
Now everybody know like a music soul child. Love so many.
Love.
Yes.
So many people try to fight it, but I'm afraid I don't know how. And it's a possibility that you look at me differently, love. Nah, I ain't about to hit that now. Because I don't know all the words, though. That'd be the problem.
Oh, man. Damn, I was waiting on this. All good.
Hold on.
You got one more? Third
Yeah,
time's a charm.
Let me see.
Okay.
A lifetime is all that I need. I'm ready to settle down and give you all of me. Whoa, lifetime is all that I need. All that I need. Don't ever take your love away from me. I'll be here always. How it go?
That's
you know
good.
that? You heard that song before?
Yes, I've heard it, but it's been so long.
I can't believe I feel this way. I was always a player going hard. So many girls, so many days. I left a trail of broken hearts. But somehow you came along and set my soul on fire. And ever since that day, my life hasn't been the same. Whoa. That's it.
Hey, Latruth. Hey. They don't make them like you no more. Brianna, take your motherfucking ass to the house. Listen, Robert Hampton's book, How to Consistently Be Great in the Bed.
Amazon. We #1 right now on Amazon, man.
Number one on Amazon. You can find Latruth on iTunes, okay?
iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify.
Apple Music. Follow him on Facebook. Follow him on TikTok at Latruth. And hopefully the next time you sitting here, you be sitting here with your wife.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
All right. And we out.
All right.
That's it. How you feel?
I feel good.
That's good.